Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, February 28, 2023. The time here is 11:27 in the morning. Today, I have so many interview. I screen the buyer from different part of the world. Buyer from Dubai, buyer from United States, buyer from Balmidas, buyer from Middle East, buyer from Asia, and buyer from Australia as well. Instead of giving individual answer, I rather put this into my platform. My role is different from your role. You are a buyer's agent. You come to Wilhelmina because Wilhelmina is the only person who put everything on the social media. I have my platform on YouTube and also on my Facebook. As I've said, instead of giving answer to individual of you, I rather put this into my platform so that the future buyer, whoever you are, this is for you. And also for the chain of middlemen. Now, my role is very, very important. I am a business facilitator of the buyer. At the same time, I'm the mandate of the seller. Now, the seller hired Wilhelmina to handle sales and marketing for their production in order for me to promote Africa. So my job is to tell the world that Africa is the main source of supply, precious mineral, bauxite, emerald, diamond, gold, cashew, gas, etc., etc. But I only handle gold and rough diamond only. I handle Mali, Conakry, and Sierra Leone. Now, I don't waste my time because the seller doesn't want to waste their time as well. We are here to sell, not to deal with chain or blockchain or broker. That is the reason why the seller hired Wilhelmina, in order for me to educate the buyer around the globe. Africa is the main source of precious metal. Why Russian company is in Africa? They are positioning themselves to get the gold because of the inflation. Why Australian mining company is in Africa? Why Canadian? Why German? Why Italian group of company is in Africa? Why? Because there is business. Now, Wilhelmina is based in Australia. I am the extension of the seller. I know buyers are very hard to find a real supplier. Now, this is very, very extensive information I've given you. As I've said to you, information worth $1 million. Wilhelmina worth $1 billion. Why? I'm the only person to put everything online. And you guys are hiding your faces. You don't open your camera. Right. Why are you scared to open your camera? I'm not going to harm you. I am here to assist you. So why are you hiding your faces? Why are you using other people's picture? Why you come to Wilhelmina, you don't open your camera? To me, you're not a buyer. To me, you're a smuggler then. Because a smuggler are scared to open their camera. The smuggler are scared. They have to hide their faces. Don't hide your faces. Because if you come to Wilhelmina, and if I ask you open your camera, and you don't want to open your camera for me to see you, to me, you're not a buyer. You're a joker broker. Excuse my language if I say this. Now, there is exception to the rules. Right? I have so many inquiry every day. None of them meet the criteria. None of them. None. Only one. Last 2 weeks ago, only one buyer met the criteria. Last year, I brought the buyer to Conakry, Guinea. I went to Mali. I went to Sierra Leone. Now, 2022, I traveled to Africa 4 to 5 times. I was in Sierra Leone, I was in Mali, I was in Conakry. I would know which seller I'm going to place you. I will determine until you convince Wilhelmina. Now, There was a question, just a moment. I'm going to give the answer to this person. I'm not going to mention her name. Okay? Now, this said to me, well, Amina, in Mali, the tax is 18%. I said, no, it's not. The tax is 7%. So why Wilhelmina tax is 7%? May I give you the answer? I'm not supposed to give you the answer because you're lazy to do the research. I am not here to teach people. I am here to sell. Right. Now, just a moment. The tax in Mali is 7%. Whatever the price on the world market, plus government sales tax. Why? In Mali, the sales tax rate is tax in charge to consumer based on the purchase price of certain goods. The benchmark we use for the sales tax rate to the highest rate. Revenue from the sales tax rate are important income of the country. Now, you're going to say, well, Amina, how much is the tax? My gosh, you are not using your brain. Whatever the price of the world market today is Tuesday. So don't bank on it. I'm just using an example. Today, the price on the world market is 58,428.79 on the world market. This is already refined. From Dore bar, they buy Dore bar, then they refine it into 99.99. So this is the price, selling price, no discount. So when you come to Africa, we give you less 8%. Okay? Which is, today the price is $53,000. Right. Less 8%. Use your calculator. So I'm here to answer the question of a person who asked me a question. Now, in every bar in Mali, the tax is 4,900.15 per kilo. Right. So you have to buy the product, the gold, plus government sales tax. So use your brain, use your calculator. Don't ask question because I am not here to teach people. When my seller hired Wilhelmina, my seller didn't even explain to me like this. No. The seller said, oh, Wilhelmina, here's the gold. Our selling tax 10%, take it or leave it. You tell the world to purchase or not. I am here to explain to you so that when you travel to every particular country, you're going to be aware of the government sales tax. Now, as I've said, whatever the tax based on the world market price, not on the discount. So the price today, 58,428.79 plus 7% equals per kilo, the tax is 4,900. In Sierra Leone, the tax is 6.5. So the tax per bar is 3,797.98. Use your brain. Okay? Now, if you come to my platform on Facebook, I put everything on my platform on Facebook and also here on my YouTube channel. In Conakry, the tax on every bar is 3,797.87, which is 6.5 government sales tax. And you're gonna say, well, Amina, too expensive, then do not buy. Because this is a very expensive business. If you're just brokering, I'm telling you, you're gonna fail. Guaranteed 100%. Now, I've given you the answer. Now, you're gonna say, well, Amina, I have a buyer wanting to buy gold, a big quantity. Yeah? You convince Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina, send me the full corporate offer. Oh yeah? You're not paying attention. You came to this platform on my YouTube channel. If you ask me, send me the full corporate offer, therefore you did not read. You didn't read properly. You didn't. And I've given the link on my YouTube channel to go through onto my Facebook. Everything is in there. If you cannot comprehend, please don't come to Wilhelmina. Because I'm sick and tired explaining every day. Now, today I have spoken 10 to 15 inquiries. None of them didn't comprehend. None of them. They're all joker broker. Now, I'm very kind and generous. Instead of giving individual answer, I rather put everything on my platform in order for the world to know that this is not for you if you don't have this one. This is not for you. We are now on the social media. Social media is the main source of vital information. Any seller would not give you this kind of information, none whatsoever. Most of you come to me because my face is everywhere. This is my online office. I'm based in Brisbane, Australia. There is no gold in Brisbane. Company from Australia, they travel to Africa. They open a big company. They are big company. They are leasing the mines. The government invited the investor in order to invest, in order to touch the soil, in order for that big company to create employment. So you are a small gold trader. You buy finished product. You buy raw material, which is Dore bar. You're gonna say, well, Amina, what carat are you selling? Did you not read? Every video I put carat and the purity. If you didn't read, please don't come to Alamina, because I'm telling you, I'm going to reject you. Instead of answering individually, I rather put everything on my YouTube channel. Do not come to Alamina if you are not comprehending properly. Do not. I'm telling you, because I don't have time. Today, 10 to 15 inquiries I have. I open my online office from 8 to 9 until midnight. I work 7 days a week because I want to help those buyers. Today, you're still in bed. The time here is 11 in the morning, Tuesday. In your end, you're still sleeping. But when you wake up, I'm sure you're gonna type Gold in Africa, my video pop up into your screen. I want you to read. Click below, comprehend. If you went to school, I can assure you, I can guarantee you, you will understand a simple plain English. This is just like an elementary. My seller would not tell you how much tax is. They don't. They don't explain to you what I explain right now in front of you. The seller have no time. The seller, that's why the seller hired Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina, here's the tons of gold. Sell it to the world. We're going to export. Now you're going to say, Wilhelmina, what is the procedure? The procedure is in front of you. Don't ask question. All question and answer is in this video. Even on my platform on Facebook, question and answer is on every video, every pages. You have to read because this is for your own benefit, Mr. Buyer. Mr. Buyer, if you're dealing with agent, you expect your agent to be paid because we don't pay double commission. We don't. We no longer. My seller hired Wilhelmina. We give you, Mr. Buyer, a very good price. Now you're going to say, Wilhelmina, what is the price? That's a very good question. The selling price today, you have not convinced Wilhelmina, so how could I give you the price? You have to convince Wilhelmina first. Okay, I'm going to give you rough price. The price of gold, it varies day to day, so it's not fixed. Now the price of gold today is 58,440.5. So the price of gold every day, it fluctuates. So the price of gold is not fixed. Out of $58,000, 8% less. You're buying raw material. You're going to say, well, Amina, too expensive. Of course, you're buying expensive item. You walk into the shop, you're buying expensive item plus government sales tax, isn't it? The checkout or the sales lady would not tell you how much the VAT they will charge you. They will add the VAT when you give your Visa card to the counter lady. Whatever the price plus VAT, isn't it? Well, Amina is telling you in advance so that when you travel to Africa, you're gonna be aware what taxes. In every country, it varies taxes to taxes. In Mali, 7%. In Conakry, 6.5%. In Sierra Leone, 6.5%. And then you're gonna ask me, well, Amina, give me the breakdown. That's not my job. That's not my job. I've given you already the taxes. The job is for the government. Yes, the seller will charge you his product plus government sales tax. I'm just giving you a real extensive information so that when you travel with Wilhelmina, you are going to be aware. So you're gonna say, oh, Wilhelmina, I'm on the ground. I'm sorry, I would not entertain you. There's a buyer right now waiting to buy gold in Ghana. I turn it down. And I told the buyer, you are already in Ghana. Why you come to Wilhelmina? I don't touch Ghana because Ghana, there's so many notorious. The country is good. The people who's going to sell the gold to you are scammers. Yes? They don't tell the truth. They don't. They just want to ignite you. To me, I'm not. I was a victim in Ghana already. I was in Ghana. I handle sellers. Sellers are, to call this, excuse my language if I say this, they're useless or idiot. Excuse me. Pardon my language. Why? No matter how I educate the seller in Ghana, their brain are not stable. They are fickle-minded. I'm very frank. So please, don't be offended with my wordings and my language because I'm going to try to educate you guys. Africa has been tarnished by sellers and buyer. When the seller offer you undervalued, there was a buyer was offered $33,000. He didn't get the gold. Now he come to Wilhelmina. I told this buyer, I'm not a policewoman. You have been dealing with a cheap offer. He knows me. When he was been duped, he come back to Wilhelmina. That is not my job. Wilhelmina, I'm here in Mali. Wilhelmina, I'm here in Ghana. Wilhelmina, I'm here in Sierra Leone. Wilhelmina, I'm here in Conakry. Please bring gold to Central Bank. No, the gold will not come to Central Bank unless you introduce yourself. There are so many swindler. There are so many smuggler. The smuggler are scared with this lady. Why? Because I'm going to scrutinize you before we're going to proceed. Now, Mr. Buyer, all the requirement that you are going to supply us is in this video. You need to convince Wilhelmina because Wilhelmina is a gateway. Right. So now I think I answered the question. So all the taxes, if you cannot find it on this YouTube channel, click the link for Facebook. You will see everything. All the pictures are original. There's a message on every picture. Read the message. There's a saying, a picture paints 1,000 words. If you cannot comprehend that message on that picture, meaning to say you are not a buyer. You're just time waster. Collecting information. You are just fishing around. There is no fish on the shallow river. There is fish on the deep ocean. If you're gonna throw your fishing rod, the fish will bite your fishing rod. You know what I mean, Mr. Buyer or Mr. Broker? I don't know if you comprehend my logic, my business logic. Right. So now I think I answered the question. Now another lady that she said that she has 20,000 pounds. She wants to be involved in gold business because her job is not earning much. They want to buy gold and sell it. And he asked me to sell it. No, that's not my job. What I advised this lady from United Kingdom, I told them, husband and wife, your 20,000 pounds is not enough. You better save first because there is a minimum. And if you travel to Africa with your 20,000 pounds, it would not last. It wouldn't last. At the end of the day, you are going to be duped. And the husband and wife was offered $33,000 in Congo. Don't you know that Congo is United Nations embargo? Go on my YouTube and on my Facebook. There is a message. United States sanction gold in Congo. Why they were being sanctioned? Because of money laundering and the rebel. I'm not going to explain it. That is not my job. So I put the link, I search it, and I put that on my Facebook. If you have time, you go through on my Facebook, you will see that Congo, United States embargo, United Nations embargo. Why they offer $33,000? They smuggled it to Kampala. They smuggled it into Nairobi. Then they changed the ownership. Then they will sell it. But watch out if you're gonna caught by the government authority that you are dealing with Congo gold, your gold will be confiscated. That is not my job. I read the article and just want to share with you. Now, there's another buyer in Mali right now. And he arrived yesterday. And his agent came to me. Well, Amina, I have a buyer here. And he's been talking to different sellers and he was been disappointed. I said, why he was being disappointed? He did travel for a holiday. And he wanted to buy gold. I said, no, I cannot help your buyer. Because our policy, before you travel to Mali or Conakry, Sierra Leone, you have to know what you are buying. So if you bump into my YouTube channel, read it. You gain knowledge. If you don't want to buy from us, that's fine. If you want to buy, that's also fine. So I rejected that buyer. Another buyer is stranded in Conakry. I rejected. There are 16 exporter members association in Conakry. Do not ask me what are the names because that's not my job. My job is my seller. You have to do the research, not me. Don't ask me because my services is not for free. I only put everything because we want to sell. We want the buyer to come with us in a proper way. So you're gonna say, well, Amina, give me information. Well, you are a winner right now watching my video because information worth $1 billion according to Philip from Germany. Philip is my friend. He's a professor in Guinea University. He's teaching English. He said to me, well, Amina, your information is not worth $1 million. It is worth $1 billion, which is correct. Because no such broker explaining to you like this. None. So now I turn it down. Another buyer in Sierra Leone. Yeah. He's English guy. He's very proud when he was talking to me that he's been roaming around in the village, in the mines, and etc., etc. At the middle of my conversation, he was a failure. And I told him, why you come to me? You're already on the ground. Oh, well, Amina, there's so many scammers. Oh, yeah? I told this English guy, define me the word scam. Scam means you're deceiving yourself. And the seller also deceiving you. That is the word scam. Can you remember? Do you remember? Jesus Christ was betrayed by Judas. Do you remember that? And Judas scammed Jesus Christ. And Judas sold Jesus Christ to his enemy. And Judas didn't believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. And then he sold it to King Pontius Pilate. And the king doesn't believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. And Judas sold Jesus Christ of 17 sterling. If you're a Catholic, read the Bible. If you're a Christian, we are now on the Holy Week. The Holy Week is coming. Think about it. Judas hung himself because he betrayed his master. Selling and buying gold, exactly the same. The seller can betray you. And you, the buyer, also betraying yourself. Called scamming. Does that make sense now? Does any seller explain to you like this? No. I was being a victim in Ghana. I went to Ghana. I handle sellers in Ghana. I stayed in Ghana for 3 weeks. I studied the behavior of the people. The country is good country. But the people are rushing. They're deceiving each other because of profit, because of dollar. Their eyes is bigger than a dollar. Since then, I was a victim. Even one lady, her name is Pamela Pilo. They are scammer. Paul and Pamela, Paul Agiman. I was being scammed big time. I'm not yet finished. So never touch Ghana. Never believe the people in Ghana because I was being a victim. That was my bad experience sharing with you guys. Right? And then you don't like Wilhelmina. Most of you hate my guts. Too bad if you hate my guts. Because I am real. If I am not real, I'm not going to show my face. You people are hiding your faces. You are not real. Because when you come to Wilhelmina, I'm gonna request from you, open your camera. Yes, that is the reason why I wouldn't touch Ghana at all. No matter what. Because I have a bad experience. I'm not yet finished with Pamela Pilo and Paul Agiman. You are the most scammer in Ghana. So now I'm not yet finished. If you're watching my video, Pamela Pilo, Mrs. Ford is not yet finished. You owe me. You return my money. So that is the reason why I don't. And also, I don't judge Africa. In Africa, there is also good and bad. It so happened that people in Ghana, they are not just transparent. They are liars. Yes. Yes. So that is how I share my bad experience. Okay, Mr. Baya? You're gonna say, oh, I'm in Ghana. Please don't come because I'm not interested. You know, when I was in Conakry last year, November, there was a mining symposium from different country, from ECOWAS. I met the minister of Mali and the minister of mines from Ghana and in Conakry. They asked me because, you know, I stayed at Kalum Hotel. Every time I come to Conakry, I change hotel. I stayed at Ami Hotel, I stayed at Nom Hotel, I stayed in Kalum. Kalum Hotel owned by Chinese. That hotel always fully booked because they are big investors. The manager knows me. So I don't book my hotel. I just walk in. I just ask the reception, can you tell your manager that I'm here? When they heard my name, the manager came to his office and meet me. Ay, Wilhelmina. Yes, Wilhelmina, you have a room. They give me a discount. Okay? So that is how popular am I. So what happened every morning, the restaurant is fully booked because there were 200 foreign dignitaries having breakfast. So, you know, every morning, I always greet everyone. Bonjour, Sabah. Good morning, everyone. Keep smiling. So I'm bubbly because I want to feel the people that they are also important. So I said to all the waitress and the reception, guys, when I go down, please, I want you to smile because a smile doesn't cost nothing. So when I go down, good morning, madam, how are you today? That is how, because I want the people to welcome. I want the local people to welcome the foreigner. Now, during my breakfast, I meet a Canadian. Right. And Canadian said, well, Amina, what are you doing here? Oh, that's a very good question. Said, I'm here because I promote Africa. Wow. So we exchange business card. Can you imagine that? And you guys, you're joker broker, you hit my guts, and then you're gonna say, oh, well, Amina is a scammer. How much I scam you guys? Tell me. The dignitary people love to do business with me. And one minister of Ghana, they're joining me, and he said, come to Ghana. I want you to promote Ghana. You know what? I have said, no, thank you very much. I was scam in your country. What? Say, yes, big time. Yes, and you, the seller in Ghana, are not truthful. So, wow, I feel sad, Wilhelmina. Yes, I have a bad experience in your country. Oh, Wilhelmina, come to Ghana, be my guest. I said, no, I'm not interested. Once I dislike you guys, I dislike forever. Yeah, my personality is different from you guys. So I'm just sharing you. So now, going back to these taxes, I think I already answered. So on this YouTube channel, I don't know if I could fit in. Read it. If you cannot find it, go on my Facebook, click the link. Everything is in there. Now you're going to say, well, Amina, we want to buy CIF. Please, there is no way that you can get the gold cost insurance and freight only. Gold is cash business. In Africa, it is always cash business. So there was a lady that I know, and she said she went to Sierra Leone, and I said, well, Amina, she's American, and I don't want to mention her name. And she said, well, Amina, I was in Sierra Leone. My gosh, everything is cash business. You have to carry cash. I said, yes, it's true. Only they're gonna accept Visa card in every hotel. But when you go out, taxi, restaurant, always cash. So she said, oh, well, Amina, in Sierra Leone, I'm disappointed. I said, why? I thought they can accept Visa card. No, only on the hotel they accept Visa card. When you go out, cash, 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 cash. So when I travel, I always have my cash. I use my Visa card only when I stay in the hotel. Yes, even in the restaurant. In Conakry, only Avenue restaurant will accept Visa card. If you are in Conakry, go on Avenue restaurant, the owner knows me. Talk to Mustafa and Abraham. I don't make a booking. That hotel always fully booked. Dignified people come to that restaurant. It is a 5-star restaurant. But when I come, I just wave my hand, and the owners stand up and say, well, Amina, welcome. And they give me a hug. Why? Because I bring buyers. I bring clients. Yes, that is the way. You go on Avenue restaurant. You go on Riviera Hotel. The restaurant are very friendly. Go there. Riviera restaurant and Avenue restaurant. You go to Camayan. People are everywhere are very friendly. Camayan Hotel. So that's all I share with you. Now, in Mali, it's different. The tax is 7%. Remember? You pay the logistic 1.5. You need to insure the gold. Now, let's talk about the pricing. Our selling price is less 8%, whatever the world market price. I was talking to a dear friend of mine. So I educate her. So now she start to understand. She said, oh, well, Amina, I went through on the link, on the write-up about Mali, Sierra Leone, and Conakry. The tax is too high. She said, no. The tax is 7%. So I explained it to her. So that she can go back to her buyer. And I told her, whatever the price on the world market, 7% in Mali. So the tax in every bar is $4,000 plus. So in Conakry, 3,000 plus. So it's in my YouTube channel also, as well, and also on my Facebook. Okay. So because my time here is very limited. So I explained it to her, and she said, well, I mean, it's too expensive. No, it's not. Because you are buying raw material. If you are buying refined, which is today is 58,423, that is refined. There is no discount. That is already 99.99. You are buying unrefined, which is Dore bar. So, less 8%. So when I explained to her that sometimes, because I do charge my services, I do charge $20,000 to accompany you, Mr. Buyer, non-refundable. So sometimes I talked to the seller because I already validated the buyer. How are you going to be validated by this lady? After you read the full corporate offer, I need a copy of your business registration, your importation license, your passport copy, and the proof upon your bank statement, the value of $1 million, or the value of 500,000, or the value of $380,000, because big quantity you cannot afford. So, you understand now what I'm saying here? So when you show that to me, meaning to say you are very serious. If you don't show that, to me you are not serious. You are just collecting information. You are soliciting through Wilhelmina. That is fine. You learn from it. Then you apply it to yourself, and then do not hide. Most of the brokers, they cut and paste. They're scared to reveal their buyer. Why are you going to be scared for? Your buyer is paying you services, and you cannot find the seller. You come to Wilhelmina because everything is laid out. Everything. So where are you going to find a person that put everything? I'm not selfish. I'm not greedy. This is business. You pay for it. Yes. And you brokers, chain of middlemen, how much is my commission? Sign in, say in the I'm not interested to sign in, say in the I'm not. I prefer to deal directly to the buyer. We remove the NC in the because that NC in the what a waste of time. Mr. Buyer, if you're watching me, deal with us. Just pay attention. Read. Watch this video from the beginning to the end. Click below. Show more. It says on show more on my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Every time I have an interview, I always upload on my YouTube channel and on my Facebook. Mr. Buyer, you are a winner at the end of the day. There is no shortcut at all. No. Impossible, you wouldn't comprehend. Impossible. This information to you, Mr. Buyer, worth $1 billion. If you buy from Wilhelmina, that's good. If you don't, good luck and congratulations. I wish you good luck. Go look for cheap price, because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you are going to fail. Just like this buyer right now, they are in Ghana, they are in Mali, they are in Conakry, they are in Sierra Leone. Rejected. Why? We don't entertain buyer with no invitation. Why? Because when you are invited, Wilhelmina be with you. I will travel ahead of time. And even though it's 8%, Mr. Buyer, I have the power to ask the seller to bend, to renegotiate. So at the end of the day, Mr. Buyer, you are a winner. You resell the gold to Dubai 2%. Yeah? You gave in 8%, you have still 6%. If Wilhelmina be with you, and if Wilhelmina convinced that you are real a buyer, I might consider to give you 10%. But don't bank on it, because you have not convinced Wilhelmina. You haven't. And if you dealing with the agent, Mr. Buyer, you pay your agent, because we don't pay double commission. There is no profit margin of the seller. You know, Mr. Buyer, when the seller bring the gold from the mines to the city, they're gonna hire a security guard. Why? That is money. Because on the way to the city, from the village to the city, they have to hire security, 2 security convoy to guard the gold. Because there's so many hold-upping from the village to the city. And you're gonna say, bring gold to my office. The guy from Mali is there. I rejected. Bring the gold to my office, we will test. No. You have to come to the office, because the gold will not bring it to you. Even last year, I took the buyer in the office from California, and they were being scammed in Ghana. And you know what? This buyer, they're very young. Originally, they are from Africa. The lady from Ethiopia, and the man, their parents is from Ghana, but they live in United States. Why do you deal with Wilhelmina? Why? Because they believe that Wilhelmina is truthful. I took them to Conakry and they were been enjoying. You know what they said? Wilhelmina, your services is worth it. What happened if you were not with us? We're gonna feel bored. Why? The seller would not entertain them. Yeah, they will welcome you to the office, right? And here's the gold, but you have to wait for 8 days, 8 to 9 days. How are you gonna be waiting? When you sign a contract, right, prior to your arrival, your reservation has to be inspected in the office. After inspection, the gold will be brought to central bank. You have to transfer the payment right and there. Right? Why? The receipt of payment has to be shown that the seller is going to apply for the certificate of clearance that he is going to export to you. Did the seller explain to you like that? No. Nobody. So, your receipt of payment has to reflect into the seller's bank account in order for the Central Bank of Guinea see it that the buyer is paying, because the seller has to declare the VAT, the valued added tax. Right. So, Conakry is different. In Mali and Sierra Leone is completely different. So now, Mr. Buyer, I already explained to you, impossible. You wouldn't understand. Now, I don't have time to explain. So instead of answering the question to individual inquiries, I rather put everything on public domain so that the future buyer would be aware that there is no such free in this world. You are buying world asset. You are buying money to make money. So let's talk about business. When you come for conference, Mr. Buyer, I want you to open your camera. If you're a buyer's agent, you come for conference with Wilhelmina on WhatsApp or on Facebook, I want you to open your camera. Just like when you apply for a job. You bring your resume. State what your qualification. Who are you? When I apply for a job here in Australia, I sent my resume in order for the company or the interviewer to know who am I. Right? Exactly the same as you do. Most of you guys are hiding your faces because you are a smuggler. You are a smuggler, really. A smuggler is scared with this lady. I'm not scared with anyone because I don't have the gold. I'm just a gatekeeper. I'm the one who will interview you. The gold is in Mali. The gold is in Conakry. The gold is in Sierra Leone. I will take you to the office. Then you will see the proof of product. You will not see the proof of product live until you travel with Wilhelmina. Your reservation waiting for you. You bring your gold tester. You have to buy it. Online, there's $10,000. If you can afford, then you are a buyer. If you cannot afford, just use the refinery to taste. There is $100 per kilo to assay the gold. Right? So I think I already explained to you, Mr. Buyer, thoroughly. So I hope, take time to read. Don't rush. Don't be excited. Because Wilhelmina would not be excited until you convince me that you are a buyer. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good morning. When you wake up, you're gonna watch my video. Good morning when you wake up. It's 12 o'clock already in the afternoon. See, the time is very fast. All right? Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good afternoon here in Australia, in Brisbane. In your end, when you wake up, it's good morning.